Well, it looks from the A-level results that if you were sitting A-levels with the Welsh boards or in Northern Ireland, you're more likely to have got an A grade or an A star than you would have done if you were sitting the same sort of exams in England. Meanwhile, um, private selective schools did well, though their top grades were lower than last year. And overall, all top grades have been slightly lower than they were last year. And I don't quite understand this because standards shouldn't be changing. There should be a rigor in marking, but I'm afraid there isn't. There's one of the problems with the A levels is that they've become a sort of super GCSE and a box ticking approach, even to the extent of box ticking essays. And an essay is a very specific craft where the form of the argument is probably as important as the content, but not so much when it comes to A-level marking requirements, which are very much going down a box ticking route. I remember when I went back to teaching GCSE and A-level English a couple of years ago, I was quite shocked by the AQA demands, particularly for coursework. And I was thinking, well, this is not essay writing. This is point hitting, and it was also very vague. So there was box ticking not only for facts but also for interpretations, and so there were effectively acceptable interpretations and unacceptable interpretations, which isn't my way of judging the quality of an essay. The quality of an essay, it doesn't really matter what your opinion is, as long as it's well expressed and justified. I'm not sure that would necessarily today get you an A or an A star. And for that reason, I think I'm pulling back from teaching in classrooms, because it doesn't seem to me to be worth the effort. The plan of Ofqual, the exams regulator, is to bring the exam grades back to what they were in 2019, and the A star grade, which again I'm not quite sure I entirely understand as a concept, is there's less of those this year than there were last year. So the number of A-level students in England who took 3 A-levels and achieved A stars is still higher than it was in 2019 at 3,820 compared to 2,785. But it is lower than what was achieved in 2021, when grades were worked out by teachers. Jill Duffy, the chief executive of the OCR exam board, said there was a surge in computing and economics, showing that school leavers were thinking of their future and thinking of a sort of utilitarian exam. I think they're fundamentally wrong. What you need is an exam or is a subject which interests you, and then you need to learn those skills which are needed to deal with a subject at a higher level, at A level and at university level, where you're looking at how to analyze something, how to research something, how to present your opinion in a coherent and ordered way. And it doesn't really matter whether that's economics, whether it's geography, Latin, or history. And so for the most important thing, I think, is to say congratulations to everybody who's got results, whatever those results are. Well done. And if the result's not quite what you wanted, there's a very reasonable explanation that there's being a squashing down on the grade levels. So some of this is not your fault. But if you haven't got the grade you want, And if you've got to resit, tighten your belt, get on with it, and resit. Or think of alternatives. There may be something you can get through clearing, and that would be an excellent opportunity. You can't always you can't always anticipate where life is going to take you. So seize the opportunity, seize the chance, embrace chance, and at this stage, there's an element of luck in what you do. But the key is to do it well. And it doesn't matter whether you're studying economics or knitting. The technique of the rigor of a university degree is still the same. There is no such thing as a Mickey Mouse degree. There might, however, be a Mickey Mouse approach, and we want to avoid that at all costs. Rigor, and approach things with thoroughness. If you're just simply going to go through the motions, yeah, there you are. You've embraced the delights of Mickey Mouse. And a Mickey Mouse degree can as easily be in mathematics and in history, economics, as in knitting and boat building. It's about the quality of work you put in, not the subject matter.